2A family, what's good with you? As always, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes is just my personal opinion. You shouldn't take it as fact. You shouldn't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I ask you to go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I ask you to go ahead and subscribe. I think you're going to enjoy the content, and if you don't, you can always unsubscribe later. And if you're an existing subscriber, fam, I appreciate you more than you could possibly imagine. All right? Look, fam, let's get this rolling. Oh. All right. Anyway, let's get this rolling, fam. So look, fam, today is a review of one of my favorite firearms. If you guys saw my video that had my top 10 favorite firearms, you know that this pistol, it didn't make the top 10, but it did make honorable mention. And that's because I love it to death, fam. And of course, I am talking about the FN FNX 45 Tactical, fam. Bam. Fam, bammity bam bam. Look, fam, I can't front. This is one attractive firearm. Of course, it has that Holosun 507C on it with the ACSS reticle. I got to do a video on that optic, man, because it's sick. And then, of course, it has that Streamlight TLR 1HL. Other than that, it's 100% stock. So let's talk about the gun. Well, and let me just say a couple things about this gun that if you have a tactical, you may be like, oh, that looks different. There is no threaded barrel on this one because I'm in the state of California, and while you can possess a threaded barrel, you cannot have it on your firearm. And it wouldn't matter anyway because we can't have suppressors out here yet anyway. But look, fam, look, with that latest ruling, with that latest Supreme Court ruling, look, fam, I think things are going to be opening up out here in California. I'll probably do a video on this specifically, but there are a lot of the methodology that was used to restrict our rights relative to concealed carry, which is this two-step process like the Ninth Circuit Court has been using to say, oh no, this latest Supreme Court decision struck that down. And so if you can't do that anymore, if you can't use that process, and that's what was being used to kind of prohibit us, I think a lot of the things that have been precluded from Californians are going to start coming around. We got concealed carry now. Watch. I think the magazine ban is going to be lifted. I think that the funky stuff you got to do to our ARs and stuff to get them, I think that's going to be lifted. I think the California handgun roster is on its way out, so we'll see. We will see. But back to this. Back to this bad girl. So look, fam, let's talk about it. So, like I said, I got the Holosun on there, the Streamlight. Other than that, 100% stock gun. Oh, and I did add those Talon grips to it. And there was nothing really, if I'm being 100% honest, there's nothing wrong with the grips on the FN. They were fine. I added the Talon grips primarily for aesthetics. They do help a little bit with the grip, but I like the look of the gun with the Talon grips on there. All right, so let's kind of talk about this gun and what I like about it. First of all, I've got big hands. Okay, I'm gonna just say that right up front. Gun is empty, nothing in the mag, nothing in the chamber, point and safe, all good, right? So look, I have big hands. One of the problems that I have with a lot of my firearms, and specifically my 9mm, is that you know, it's difficult. You see how long I got big hands and I got long fingers. So you see like how far up that my finger goes up the side. My trigger finger goes up the side of the firearm, right? And so, but you'll see I still have enough room where I can easily access that trigger. It is not now, fam. With some guns, my finger's like up here, and I got to bring it back here just to put it in the trigger well. And so the fact that, you know, this is a big gun is great for me. But the flip side of that is if you don't have big hands, this is a big girl. I mean, she thick, and you know I like them thick. Wait, that didn't come out. That didn't come out right. I like my guns large, I would say. That's what I meant to say, right? So look, fam, it's a large, big firearm, and of course, it's chambered in 45 ACP. What I think really sets this gun apart from a lot of its peers are a few things. Number one, aesthetically, it's a very attractive gun. It's a large gun. It's optic ready, suppressor high sights, tactical rail, fit and finish is really well made. It's got the ambi safety on it. But what really separates it from a lot of its peers, and this is a blocked mag, but in everywhere else but California, this gun has 15 rounds. You really don't see a lot of firearms that are coming with 15 rounds of 45 ACP. I got as an example, when I think about its peers, I look at the HK USP, I think that's 8-10 rounds. I look at the, I've got a SIG P220 Legion with the extended mag, it's 10 rounds. You know, to have a big range hammer like this, packing 15 rounds of 45 ACP, that's a problem. That could be that could be a problem for some people, fam. Now look, I'll go ahead and I'll put up the specs there so you guys can check them out. I don't like spending a lot of time talking about the specs because they're easy to find, and what you guys really want to know is what my opinion of the firearm is, right? So look, fam, I got no complaints about the FNX 45. I think it's arguably one of the best 45 pistols out there. Okay, so let me say this. The only thing I'm not in love with on this gun is the trigger. It's not a bad trigger at all. If you guys saw my review I did on the FN 509 Tactical, you know I think the FN 509 Tactical trigger is trash. And I changed it out for the Apex, and it made it a whole different gun. I didn't feel the need to change out this trigger. It's got a little take up, right? It's got a defined wall. It's got a little creep in it, right? So it's not a bad trigger by any stretch of the imagination. I'll do a trigger pull up there so you guys can get a sense of it. But that's the only thing that I think. Otherwise, other than the trigger, I think it's perfection. I think it's 45 ACP perfection. I'd be hard pressed to pick a gun that is better all around than the FNX 45 Tactical. I think it is the ultimate battle pistol. And I switch between this and my FN 509 Tactical as my bedside gun. Fam, woo, fam. It is not for play. All right, and so I guess my final thoughts on the FNX 45 Tactical. Again, I think it's very well constructed. It's got serrations on the front and the rear of the slide. It's optic ready. Comes with suppressor high sights on the optical ready version. Like I said, the thing that I want you guys to be prepared for is that it's a big gun. It's a thick gun. I mean, it's not like the HK Mark 23 big. That's that's like damn near Desert Eagle, but it's a big gun. And so if you've got small hands, this is probably not the gun for you. I wouldn't think. But if you can run a pistol, you can run a pistol. I guess it doesn't matter. But I just want you to be aware of that. Like I said, the only qualm I have about the gun is that the trigger is not great, but it is also not bad. And if that's the worst thing that I can say about it, then I think it's a pretty good firearm. And again, fam, we're talking about the FN FNX 45 Tactical. All right, that's it for this episode, fam. So until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.